Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Luminous coming you guys with another Let's Play. Today I'll be playing Rubick in the 6.79 patch. I'm very excited to play a ton of these games in this patch and upload a ton of videos. So a couple of heroes I'm very particularly interested are things like the Scepter, Night Stalker, Slark, Axe, what else? I think the new PA/Invoker is also worth trying out. So those definitely are some of the heroes and the videos I plan to upload. If you have any particular requests that you want to make, definitely let me know, because I will be definitely playing a ton of these games lately and probably gonna upload a couple Let's Play. Now obviously my Let's Play are not exactly, a professional level of, skills and whatnot, but I generally make it interesting and let you guys know exactly what I'm thinking about, what items I'm getting, why I'm getting it, etc, etc. So let's talk about Rubick. 6.79. His old spell steal is as following. If the enemy Chen, for example, in this game got an Axe Scepter and I steal his ultimate, I get his Axe Scepter ultimate. Simple, clean, cool. Now in the 7.79 patch, no matter what item he has, whether he has Axe, whether he does not have Axe, I steal his ultimate, I just get the regular ultimate. That's it. But if I get my own Aghanim and I steal his ultimate, whether he has his Ag or does not, I'll get his Ag version. So basically, if you have Ags and you steal somebody's ultimate, if there's an Ag upgrade for that ultimate, you get the Ag version. It is dependent on your own Aghanims and not theirs. Also, the other huge upside of the Aghanim Scepter is that it gives you a 5-second cooldown of your spell seal, which is absolutely huge, because in a lot of team fights, Rubick, you steal a big ultimate, you use it, and that's pretty much it. But now with the Aghanim Scepters, you could make even, I don't know, twice, 3 times amount of big plays that you could actually make. So a big reason I want to actually try, there's other big changes like Axe and all these flashy things, but I see Rubick as a pretty big competitive heroes, and he is one of the most fun heroes to play in the entire game, because when you see Kuroky and Fluffnstuff make all these plays as a support, that gets my heart warm, because I'm a support player at heart. So obviously you can see me starting my item set as a support. I didn't buy the courier. My friend DPM bought it, so it's gonna be me playing an offlane support with my friend Sanking. And the question I want to answer in this game today is whether Aghanim Scepter is worth getting. So in this particular game, if you look at the ultimates I'm gonna be stealing, it's a Chen ultimate as well as a Windrunner ultimate. These are not exactly all-stars. I guess Chen's ultimate is okay, but obviously lifestealer and Dragon Knight does not have Aghanim Scepter upgrades, and then Invoker, well, not exactly worth. It doesn't actually interact with those other spells that I'm going to be sealing. So the question I really want to answer is, do you actually get it for the 5-second cooldown? And the answer I had before coming into this game is yes, but I really want to play a game to test it out. So the first thing I want to talk about, I'll introduce the players in just a bit, but it feels like the off lane, the new off lane is like the new safe lane, because how the creep wave spawns, the creep just charges really quickly across the map, and the creep really meets fairly close. You can see that Dragon Knight's blocking fairly hardcore, and the creep wave still meets here, which, it's a fairly safe lane for now, or dual lane, offensive dual lane if you want to call it that. So if you're playing carry, or even if you're playing support on the safe lane, you gotta make sure that you block, and you block very hard. So you can see that support here, lifestealer, or it's not even a support, it's just a lifestealer. He's just straight up jungling. So we have a jungle Chen and a jungle lifestealer, and Dragon Knight soloing on the safe lane. Yeah, he's not gonna get any farm. So I'm gonna try my best to zone him away. So there's a small tactic that you could do against, I want to say, weaker players. So definitely try this out in your pub games if you're in the lower MMR. I play in a very high MMR, and this still works unless you're playing against really good players that know exactly what they're doing. So let's say in this matchup advantage, so we have a Sanking Rubick, all you have to do is run straight at the Dragon Knight, and he'll just be deathly afraid. And the reason being so is, well, he's afraid of you actually initiating on them. And this is actually fairly important for a reason that I'll mention in just a bit. Also, a new change in 6.79 is the fact that if there's creeps dying here, the experience is shared between all of the heroes within the AoE. So I had no idea why I fabled the entire creep wave, because lifestealer still got the experience, but looks like my friend the Furious Usami was able to get a couple last hits because of that. So no harm, no foul. Just a little bit of mana there. And Furious Usami is farming fairly well. I think he's going to go straight into Arcane Boots. I also will be straight going into Arcane Boots first, because Arcane Boots is fairly important for Rubick. He does require quite a bit of mana. So this will be well, I'll talk about it in a bit. I was gonna introduce my teammates, but I think I'm gonna go into that harass thing in a bit. I think Fierce and I are trying to make sure that we both get enough farm, so he let me get a couple lasts to get my boots of speed, and once I get enough gold for my boots of speed, he's gonna go back to farming. He's already got gold for his, and then arcane boot again is gonna be our first item of choice. So nice boss. It's gonna be a good time to introduce our friends and allies and enemies. So for my team, I have Divine Wind, who is a magic player who basically stomped me in Grand Prix Oakland. I met him there. Very, very nice guy. I asked for his contact. Yada yada. Now we're playing Dota together. And then Hobbs3, who's playing carry on the top lane. He's playing the Void. DPM Licious playing the Lich. And then we have Fierce Usami, or the Fierce Noob, playing the Sand King on the bot lane. So okay, so this is what I mean about when you have a stronger lane, all you have to do is run at them and they're going to be afraid. So I bought my boots, and the reason I don't start right-clicking right next to a creep wave is that, well, when you start right-clicking right next to a creep wave, the creeps goes onto you, and you then take a lot of damage, and it really messes up my Sand King's last. You know, conversely, I could just run past a creep wave, scare the Sand King, or scare the Dragon Knight away, and then continue to right-click him after I'm outside the creep's aggro range. This is a neat trick that you can do. Again, I'm going to be running past the creep wave, and he's going to get scared, right? I'm not even going to be right-clicking once I get past the creep wave, and then I start right-clicking. This is a pretty neat trick that you could do as a support in very limited situations, such as this, right? So now Dragon Knight is going to be trying to do what, I don't know, Flame Breath farm when he doesn't really have the CS. Again, running past the creep wave, and then I did draw the aggro of that range creep, so I took a little bit of slight pot shot, but no big deal. If we look at the CS chart here, that Dragon Knight is having none of it. He's got 3 CS, mostly because of Flame Breath. It looks like we're going to see Ursa coming for a gank. I noticed this is like, oh shit, I'm going to die. I do have boots. I'm going to eat this tango, go to the left. There's a lifestealer coming in, using the fog to my advantage, lift him up, toss him back, and because I'm outside of his very shoddy open wounds range, we're fine. So that's literally a 4-man gank with 3 heroes and an Ursa, and we'll dodge it thanks to a little bit of nice juking here and there. And obviously these two jungler can't stay in the lane all day long. They have to go back to jungle, get some EXP, so this Dragon Knight, well, he's not getting too much. And in terms of Furious Noob, he's already got energy booster. Burrow Strike, just a little bit of harass, a little bit more harass, right clicks, harass. And Dragon Knight, well, he needs to salve up after this, because if it doesn't salve up, it's very likely that we're going to just kill him. Looks like Furious Noob has actually taken a point into Caustic Finale as well. I really like this quite a bit. Normally, a lot of Sand King just put that second point into Sandstorm, and sometimes even Sand King even put a second point into stats. I think if you're going for more of a farming Sand King, a build like this is definitely okay, especially when we're up against a melee hero. I'm not going to be looking at my friends a little bit too much until the mid game happens. That's when, you know, it's a little bit more interesting to talk about everybody as in team aspect. But for now, I'm going to be focusing on my own skill build, item builds, decision making, etc, etc. So we had these wards there, and these are particularly the wards that help us survive. I put this ward earlier because it will block this Chen camp, which is fairly important, and this ward protects us from the Chen ganks. And the reason that I don't ward off the enemy camp here, well, we talked about earlier, because experience sharing is now a big deal. So when you know the enemy is pulling, it's actually even better to walk there and just take the experience, and maybe even KSD gold because of Fable. So Arcane Boots finish, we got a Clarity running, full mana, I'm not too sure what that's about. And we even could make a dive on that Sand King. Burrow Strike's gonna come in, right click, there's a lift, there's a toss back. You see that we're perfectly chaining the sun. He's dropping quite low, one more hit, Fable, and Usami with the last hit is gonna get the kill. So yeah, this Dragon Knight is not having a good time. We do have a Smoke of the Seat as well, and we're gonna be looking to set up more ganks. So even though I'm playing as a support, DPM Licious, who's playing the Lich, and perhaps a little bit of trouble. Yeah, let's just Shackle, and DPM is going to be dead. She's basically the heavy support in this case here. And she's going to be getting the career upgrades, all the wards, etc, etc, allowing me to get a lot more farm. So, and because you actually do need quite a bit of farm with this build if you're going Scepter, which I think is a big argument against Scepter, because you need so much farm. You know, you probably are not going to get it. So I lift that Centaur back because Fierce Noob said I have Arcane, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to use some mana anyways. Let's get mana back, so no big deal. Any case, again, they can't make that gank because we have this Observer Ward scouting everything out. And now we have Dragonite not really CSing lifestealer, standing under the ward. They're coming back in. And there's going to be a Centaur coming back in. Ooh, looks like Usami's going to get stunned by that Centaur. The lift comes a little bit too slow. We do stun the lifestealer, and Usami's going to be fine running straight out of there. Or is he? Here comes the Timbersaw trying to do a ton of damage. We do see Chen being low. I Fable for the kill. Sunstrike's going to miss here. And beat Buyback coming back. Lifestealer dropping low. One more Fable. Not even necessary. They do get another kill as well. Spell Steal. That's going to be a Dragon Tail, which, well, not exactly a ranged Dragon Tail. The Dragon form comes out, and it's time to retreat. Divine Ring gets stunned by another Centaur. Pretty nicely stuff. I'm going to have a Telekinesis stun. It's going to come right back in. Burrow Strike's going to hit as well. No have Magic Wand. There's Arcane Boots being popped. A little bit late, but the Fade Bolt is going to come in from range, and it's going to get a kill. So, by the end of the day, Divine Wind dropping low, but he's going to be fine. Or is he? There's a Sunshine Evoker on the field, and bam! He's dead. Alright, so in that entire engagement, I did not die. I got assists. I got a couple kills. Pretty nicely done. I'm actually progressing quite well into my, farm. Looks like a teleportation is coming in. We could just kill him very, very easily. Burrow Strike. Oh, actually, we mistimed it. So what we should have done there is he Burrow Strike, channel the Epicenter, and then a lift, and then the the Dragonite will be dead. Pretty much without any worry. And I think that's the play we're going to be doing next. When you have so many stuns, you are just going to kill anybody without question. So I think that's the play that we're going to be trying to do in a bit. So in terms of the item build that I'm going to be going for, it is still going to be... You can see that I'm going to be dropping my Arcane Boots when his Arcane Boots online. Actually, throughout this entire game, all of us do quite a bit. Let's say I'm going to be able to use my Arcane Boots. Sand King's going to drop his. The Timbersaw is going to drop his, etc, etc. Because you get definitely a ton more out of your Arcane Boost activation. So Burst Strike, immediate channel of the Epicenter, lift him up so the stun doesn't come through. The Epicenter slow, and the right click damage is going to pursue. And Sand King gonna die. So one thing that either of us could have done there is attack the tower and try our best to draw the creep aggro, or attack the creeps and try to draw the creep aggro. None of us actually did that. So yeah, he died as a result. But hey, ooh, dodged MP. I don't think I was going to die anyways, because his Sunstrike, he does have 4 points in Exort. How much damage did it do? 280... No, I wasn't even close. And I had a South afterwards anyways. Spell Seal coming back in. That's a test of fate, so about spell to send people back. Oh no, Centaur coming in with a Psalm, but there's no follow-up, so it's fine. So this game, the one thing that I need to improve as a Rubick player is to keep in mind that I do have Spell Steal and continues to use Spell Steal. So I don't think that was a perfect change done here. Fierce Noob is going to be fine. Not to mean that, hey, I need to Spell Steal all the time, etc, etc. What I really mean is to make sure I understand what kind of spells I have at all times with me, and then understanding when to cast it, when to just drop it in exchange, etc, etc. Which obviously is the most important part of playing Rubick. And every Rubick game that I play, I feel like I'm improving quite a bit, because I feel like this hero is quite deep in terms of what you could do with it. So this is actually a very, very bad TP, because DPM Licious. And the reason that it's a really bad TP because I TP into the vision of creeps, and as soon as Invoker saw the TP, well, he's gonna back as he noticed that the support has joined from the bot lane to top lane. So instead of that, I'm gonna just run toward the mid lane. Unfortunately, I ran past an Observer Ward as well. So that TP and that movement to the mid lane literally accomplished nothing. So I was like, you know what? Let's just get some CS. That, in my opinion, is probably the first bad move, major bad move I made in this entire game. Meanwhile, this Invoker is just going ham and, well, making it difficult for us to roll this game out of control. This Invoker does become quite a bit of issue. And once Sand King's Epicenter's off cooldown, we definitely should make that play again. Again, it's one of those combos that will basically win a small scale engagement or just get a kill no matter what. So waiting for my TP to come off cooldown. You see that DPM Licious is the person that's getting wards, and we haven't really been getting wards because she's fairly poor. Actually, she does have 2 wards, but doesn't have time to actually go place it. So that's why the map is a little bit barren at this point. Oh, Divine Wind's going to come right there. Just a slow little pick off. Nicely done. I'm going to be rotating in with a... I think this is where Hobbs is joining the Skype. No? Yes? Alright. Thanks for Hobbs for advertising for TeamSpeak. Alright, so this is, we're gonna take a pretty big team fight on the bot. We already killed Chen, so that's fairly nice. There is a Dark Troll Summoner on this case. And I'm asking, guys, give me the Arcane Boots, give me the Arcane Boots. And the funny thing is, I'm even gonna drop my Arcane Boots right next to the Troll Warlord. That's not suspect at all, man. Arcane Boots just coming out of nowhere. But yeah, man, you gotta get that value. You gotta get the extra mana. So with the Invis Rune, I should be going to the back and checking, you know, who's actually there. So here you go. What we don't know, there's a Windrunner hiding behind the trees. So we do know that there is a Dragon Knight here, and I think we're going to be making a dive. So if we actually do start with Burrow and Epicenter, well, we're not going to start with that. Spellsteal is going to come through. That's going to be a Flame Breath. He's dropping low. The right click's going to be there. The lift is going to get the kill. So, Epicenter is going to come out, and Windrunner quite low. The Flame Breath, AoE damage. He's getting Fog right now, but the Fate Bolt is going to give us a kill. So, nice double kill under the tower. We use the Epicenter. Nice usage of the Chakram, cutting down a ton of trees. And then we're going to try to get our tower there as well. So, yeah, the score is 8-8, and I'm 3-3. So, this is definitely a very good start for me. Being involved in 6 of the kills. And I'm going to be close to... talk about that later, because here comes Invoker. He's dropping low. Taking a ton of damage, still alive at this point. We're on the run. I'm salving myself up immediately using that salve. Chen is still chasing though. Never mind. I gotta turn back and look at how much right click damage he's doing. I'm dropping low. I'm dropping fast. The Burrow, the train's gonna come in. I'm gonna come back with a Fate Bolt, bouncing out the Furbuck into the Chen, getting that one kill. And the Chen, well, DPM, huge ultimate there from the Lich, getting the other kill. So I'm suddenly up to 2,400, 2,500 gold. Thank you, Blink Dagger. This is one of the earliest Blink Dagger I have ever gotten. And I'm really afraid right now because I have no idea where the Sunstrike... Well, the Sunstrike is dead, but I'm walking back home. What I should have done is CP back home immediately. But instead, I'm too busy dropping Arcane Boots. I'm like... I was thinking to myself, well, I do have a Ring of Regen. Can I feasibly just stay out here for like, I don't know, an hour and get my HP back? The Invoker doesn't see me, right? Alright, so we're like, okay, let's make a gang. We see a Windrunner. We could, you know, initiate Burrow Strike. Here we go. Initiate. Toss back. Where's my Sand King? Where's my Sand King? Oh, my Sand King is getting a courier. And he's like, I was like, Sand King, where the hell are you? He's like, oh man, I'm getting the smoke of the seat. So that was my first death because my Sand King was completely idiotic. I blink initiated, tossing back, and Lich and Timbersaw, well, they don't have stuns. So I initiated being at, you know, 200 HP and died. So, good stuff. Furious Usami, Furious Noob. Yeah, his actual name is Furious Noob, and he's actually a noob as well. For anybody that's keeping track. So, so far I should have a perfect Rubick game, but I don't. Sadness. But the critical thing is that I do have the Rubick Blink Dagger available, and the item set that I think you still want to go for is Blink, Force Staff. You know, get them in the order that you see comfortable or you see fit. And you want to have Arcane Boots in the beginning. This is because even though Scepter gives you a 5-second spell seal, the Blink and Force Staff really allows you to take advantage of all these different spells. For example, in this game, there are some spells like Shackle Shot or the melee Dragon Range Stun, Dragon Tail Stun. You really need the precise position, displacement. Oh, it looks like when we're initiating. Look at the Chain Stun coming in. No chance for that lifestealer. Yeah, you really need the precise positioning of your Blink and Force to take advantage of that 5-second spell seal. And, you know, mobility is always really nice. So, I still think those items are worth getting. The big issue by getting those items and not a real mana regeneration item like a, I don't know, a Yule Scepter, for example, or a Scythe of Ice, is that your mana really gets low in the late game. And you'll see that. I'm going to be spell stealing so much such that my mana just runs out. This is actually a very mana-starving team, and we're going to just work down this tier 1 tower, and nobody's going to do a damn thing about it. I even get the tower last hit. Nice. Alright, so looks like we have a little bit of engagement happening. Sand King gets bursted down on the mid lane, and we do also lose a tier 2 tower. So right now the Radiant is actually doing quite well. They're pushing down a ton of towers. This Invoker is absolutely ginormous. 7-1-1. The good thing is that he's the only person doing well. The Dragon Knight, 2-4, not doing too well. The lifestealer, 0-2. And looks like, well, they're not done yet. They're going to get one more kill. And lifestealer picks up this time here. I just dodge away that physical hit and blinks away. So I want to talk about the skill build a bit. A lot of times in competitive level Rubick, they get Telekinesis at 1, Fable at 2 and 3, Telekinesis at 4. Oh, I'm dead here. Am I? Yeah, I'm pretty dead. Okay, I'm still alive. There's Sunstrike. I'm just trying to dodge it. Juke left, juke right. DPM says, guys, I'll hold your hand. Leave me, I'll hold your hand. If the Sunstrike comes, I'll take half the damage. Except half the damage is still enough to kill me. Oh, God! Oh, my God. My heart was going crazy there in DPM Licious. It's like, okay, it's alright. Holy shit. Alright. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, the skill build. So, obviously, you want to max Fable by 7. You have 2 points in Telekinesis. And then, you know, you get your spell seal whenever necessary. A lot of professional gamers like to do is actually get their blink into a spell seal. And where's our Sand King? Our Sand King blink and burrow. Can you burrow? He's gonna burrow. I'm gonna drop my Sunstrike immediately when he burrows, but it looks like a Sunstrike didn't even hit, and we'll just kill him. Yeah, a lot of professional player actually likes maxing the no field and never taking a single more point into Telekinesis. This is a reason because most support Rubick generally don't get a ton of levels, and oh man, can I even talk about stuff? Blink, there's no lift, but looks like a chrono sphere that's gonna hit on 2. Can't even kill this Windrunner, or can we? Fable. There is a 1 kill there. Looks like I've gotten a test of faith, trying to send my ally back, but I'm a little out of range, and Divine Wind's gonna be dead as a result. Sand King on the right side, gonna blink back out. And I'm circling around. I got my blink, dropping a Fable just to be cool. Can I spell seal something? Spell something from that Dragonite? No, okay. Uh oh, Sand King should be fine. I think we can actually turn around that Sand King. Yep, there's a turn, there's a jump, there's a lift, and the Fable to finish off. So even though these guys are fairly tanky, because we have so much stun, we just bring them down very, very easily. But alright, let's go back to the point of my no field discussion. Most professional players, because they don't get a lot of levels on their support Rubick, you gotta really make sure that you know what spells you're getting, because any misskilling, for example, getting a 3rd point into Telekinesis when you don't really need it, is just 1 less point of no field. So when you're so scarce in terms of levels, you gotta make sure you get the right levels. They want to get no field because, well, as you guys might imagine, a ton of professional games have a ton of magical deeps, and be able to give your team a pseudo pipe of sorts is very, very important. And also a lot of games you don't really rely on that extra extra 0.5 seconds of stun. 0.5 seconds of stun for 2 skill points, probably not really worth it. It looks like this Invoker, well, Sunstrike, I was like, go on that Invoker because we're gonna kill him. Unfortunately, Hobbs did not have Chronosphere, and we died as a result. So my bad, Hobbs. I told him to initiate, he died, and yeah. And we need to get the hell out of there. Because the entire team's coming in. I blink back out, and that will be okay. Actually, this is where I could go into maybe my player perspective and let the camera control take care of myself. So there's my 4-stat 1 finish. And in any case, what was I saying? Yeah, so on the 18th time I'm talking about the no field is blink, no shackle. Holy crap, that almost shackles us together. There's a lot of magical damage output, and that 0.5 second of extra stun is not really worth the 2 levels. Both of us are dropping the arcane boots because we're thinking the other person is going to give us the arcane boots. Almost got our arcane boots destroyed. Divine Wind, a little bit of trouble. Alright, we're dropping a couple spells. Arcane here, there, arcane left, arcane right. Okay. Very, very mana intensive hero. Alright, I'm the little dragon smoke being used. I'm not too sure why. We're not chasing, we're not chasing. We do see the Chen, and Chen is immediately gonna spell sully. When you're at the beginning of team fight, whoever you're initiating against, make sure you get a spell seal off. I still back the Troll Warlord because why not? I'm now the Chen walking forward, trying to get a net off, and yep, got a net off against the Windrunner. Nicely played. And now we're going to be focusing a little bit more. If we kill that Invoker, we're going to get a huge bounty because he's got a ton of gold. Another cell seal goes off. I got a Ghost Walk. Not exactly too useful in this case here, but we also pick him off. So yeah, we're just winning team wipes after team wipes after team wipes. Divine Wind's gonna survive as well. Both Hobbs as well as Divine Wind is doing a very good job initiating. Same goes for Sand King as well. That's really making my job and DPM Licious job a lot easier, where as spellcasters, we want to stay back. So we're dropping Arcane Boots. I swear, we drop Arcane Boots more than anything else this game, just to get that little bit extra in terms of our mana regeneration. Hobbs is going to go back and farm our creeps. I'm not really sure whether we could push. I was like, alright, let's just back off a little bit. Yeah, I was asking DPM, let's go, let's back off. And this is where the farm towards the Axe Scepter begins. So normally, in a game that you don't farm Axe Scepter, Rubick's build is done. I guess you could go for maybe a Yule Scepter. Maybe you could even go for a Scythe of Ice. Maybe you get a Drums. Just random stuff like that. But pretty much your item set is done. Like, you don't get anything beyond this. You help out on wards, you help out on smoke, teleport scroll, all of that nice stuff. But here, well, we are going for the Axe Scepter. So DPM Licious, who's been warding very vigilantly throughout the entire game, will be continuing to do so, because I'm not going to be helping out as much. So this is not really even a support Rubick. This is like your EGM Rubick who never buys a ward in the honest day of his life. Which is fine, you know, which is fine. So I was thinking about how I could initiate with this Ghost Walks. Like, maybe I blink in and then use Ghost immediately and then slow them down. Or maybe blink, lift, and then Ghost. I was like, you know what, this is probably not the best spell. I'm gonna just ditch it. Because, you know, it's a fine spell, but the big thing is it costs 200 mana, which, if you look at my mana pool, I don't have 200 mana. Me and DPM hugging close to each other, because now the Lich Sacrifice gives you a bit of experience. I'm not sure if you guys saw the patch change for that one, but I think Lich is actually the most broken hero in the new competitive thing, for a competitive game at least. So, yep, there's that. So we're thinking about setting a gank on the Invoker on the mid lane, but he's backing off. We also have a War seeing a lot of what he has in terms of backup on the mid lane, and we see yellow, so that's the lifestealer. We're not really too afraid of yellow because we have Blink Force Staff. Everybody's got Blink and Force Staff, so because of the mobility we have, we could just actually just jump on whoever we want. And are we going to be jumping? Blink Epicenter is going to come back in. Lift. So we switch the initiation path a little bit there. I know that he's going to be channeling his Epicenter, so I just Blink Lift. Make sure that Invoker doesn't Force Staff away, because he does have a Force Staff. And then he blinks in with the Epicenter already online, and then use a Burrow. So no running for that Invoker. Perfect chain stun from us. What I should have done there is Spell Seal before he actually died, because I want to get rid of this Ghost Walk as well. So I was a little bit slow there. And we just, you know, burst everybody down, and we're gonna get a tier 1 tower. We're gonna basically try to push whenever Invoker is not alive, because Dragon Knight as well as Lifestealer is not really strong enough to defend the tower at this point, or at least, oh, looks like here we go. 2-man Burrow Strike, beautifully done. Chronosphere, not even necessary. Get Chen creep, so his stuff, and then now the nice chain for us. Unfortunately, the BKB gets popped. The Windmurder is gonna die as a result, though. Oh, yeah, there's the Nova Blast to kill them. My Chen creep is just like charging in. Oh, save the Chen creep! Yep, the Chen creep is alive, and then Hoff's a big dick. The nice Chen creep. I was like, oi, what's going on here? All right, so. Oh, Blink Lift. Unfortunately, we're pretty much out of sun, so Burrow Strike's gonna hit. Oh, actually, it missed on the Dragon Knight, and Usami Noob is a little bit of trouble. I gotta say, these two Force Spear, without any micro, they are doing so much work. Look at my armor is -10, and it's really bursting the chunks of my HP. Look at how much damage it's doing. I have to drop all my spells just to make sure I don't die to it. And then, well, I'm low now. A single Sun Strike's gonna get me dead. I was feeling very confident and cocky that, you know, I have Blink Dagger, Force Staff, and then Sunstrike's gonna come. I was like, damn it, I should have just backed off. And without the mobility of our teammates, we're really gonna go down. Yeah, without like Burrow Strike hitting on 2 people, without Telekinesis Lift, we just overstayed our welcome. We lost our Void, we lost a Rubick who's got a huge streak. I was 8-2 and 10 at that point, which is huge. If you think about it, I was involved in 18 kills, and we have 23 kills on the team. Not gonna lie, in that game, I was really being at the right place at the right time, playing well. But because I died there, really cocky, overstayed my welcome. Our Timbersaw died, our Void died, and it's not looking too good. So in this game, you can see I actually just maxed everything. And that's because I was feeling, you know what, I was farming so well, I was going to get my level 16 anyways, might as well max all my spells. I also know that I'm going to be getting my Aghanim Scepters, so I know I'm going to be getting a lot more stats. And as a result, because I'm going to get a lot more, you know, HP, mana, those stat points is going to be, you know, somewhat less relevant. With that said though, that last 2 point of telekinesis upgrade is probably still not worth it, because I get 0.5 second more of lift time, and the sun duration is more, but you usually use the telekinesis for the lift time. So we see a huge ancient stack, and we're probably going to take that ancient stack and get some level. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good hero to ancient stacks because our void doesn't actually have a battle fairy. So this is going to be a slow farm time for us to kind of farm the ancient stack, make sure we catch up. Because that poor team fight really took the winds out of our sails. We were like rolling, feeling good, and then realized, oh wait, they could actually just win a team fight. With that said though, we were kind of diving base and whatever else. So we have frost armor, so we can actually in theory take these neutrals, but it's gonna take all 5 of us quite a bit. Wish that Hobbs got a battle fairy. Really would speed things up quite a bit. But Hobbs build is actually pretty good. Let's actually jump to Hobbs. Alright, so I think I heard Sunstrike checking out the base. The tornado gets sent up here. We're like, oh my god, the tornado's coming. And then we're like, oh wait, he's not microing the tornado, so it's just staying there. Alright, back to the Ancients we go. But in any case, he's got Mask of Madness, BKB, Hand of Madness. I really like this build. I really like Mask of Madness on Faceless Void because it lets you jungle quite a bit. It jungles quite quickly as well, especially when you have a Hand of Madness. He's almost done with that Ancient Stack, so he TP's up top to get the rest of the farm there. And we just cleans up the ancient stack. So I am 1,000 gold away from Aghanim Scepter, and that's when the 5-second spell seal comes back online. Not gonna lie, I never really, for the beginning portions, I did not take advantage of that 5-second spell seal well, because I wasn't used to it. It was just like way too fast. Imagine you're playing Invoker and you're used to like, let's say a 10-second cooldown on Invoke, and suddenly the game tells you, hey, you could use a 2-second cooldown Invoke, and you're like, holy shit, I'm not used to this. And that's going to be something that you'll see. But I definitely assure you that the next Rubick game I play and I get the Scepter, I'll definitely be ready for it. Because, man, like the feeling of being able to spell seal every 5 seconds is just absolutely insane. So right now behind us, if you look at the mini map, we have the lifestealer farming in our jungle. This is a tactic that you definitely want to do if you're losing. Especially how aggressive we're playing. Using a smoke when a wrap around on the well, we're saying, you know, wrap around, maybe not, because we don't have a void, and we definitely want to be playing with the void. So I pinged to top lane, seeing our void is going to be pushing there, and we're going to be joining him there. But I was talking about the lifestealer earlier. You want to farm in the enemy jungle, because generally there's going to be no one there. Though in this game there is going to be a void there. Looks like Hobbs has jumped in to initiate with the Chronosphere, but he jumps in straight into the creep. So I actually told him to jump with that initiate because I overestimated our movement speed. I thought we actually could get there in time. In fact, we did not. Lift into a toss back, but we really can't initiate that well. The rage gets popped back out. And here comes the sun. The shackle shot's gonna hit. The huge meteor is gonna come out. Hobbs without the chronosphere. I'm just like getting held out of dodge, but the team fight is still going on. Those damn force spirits still chasing after me. I do have rage. I'm gonna pop my rage. Gonna steal shackle shot. Where's the spell steal? There's a shackle shot spell steal, and there's a dragon on the front line. Gonna toss it out. There's a shackle shot onto him, but we don't have epicenter. It looks like it was already used, and we're not doing enough damage. We are gonna bring down the dragonite. Divine Wind's dropping low, and I finally realized that team fight's probably over. Divine Wind's gonna probably be dead. I do have another shackle, but I really can't do too much. Still want to go back in because I have Fable. Maybe I could go for a kill, but no, I'm gonna just blink back out. So that was a really bad decision on my part. I told Hobbs to use Chronosphere on the lifestealer because I said, hey, if you get the kill, it's worth it. But we didn't get the kill. I severely overestimate Hobbs' damage output. And because of that, we fought that team fight without the Chronosphere. And Chronosphere against Dragonite, Invoker, Windrunner, like these are, like you just shut those heroes down. And also you got to keep in mind that Chronosphere is the perfect setup for Chakram, Epicenter, Chain Frost, all these beautiful AoE damage. So despite not having the Chronosphere, I still told my team to push. And then because of that, we just lost the team fight really badly. This is where mistakes are made, and this is where team fights or comebacks begin. So in terms of watching your game at home, try not to make the same mistakes as I do, as I'm I don't want to say I'm the captain of this team, but I'm definitely the voice of this team, right? If I tell my team, hey, let's go push here, let's go smoke, let's do this, and let's do that, they'll listen. So that's why, you know, as a captain, sometimes you make the wrong call. But anyways, I got the Scepter finish, and you notice in that team fight, I didn't actually take advantage of the 5-second cooldown. I was mostly running back and forth, running away, and that's because those freaking damn Force Spirit, they do so much damage. You stick both of them on me, and my teammates obviously are not going to stop the team fight and help me out there. They're going to be, you know, worried about the lifestealer, worry about the Dragonite. They're going to worry about a ton of different things. And because they're worrying about other things, I just get run down by those. So that's actually definitely a huge issue. I think a Ghost Scepter would be really, really good here, but I never actually ended up getting a Ghost Scepter because I wasn't thinking. I was just like, well, let's keep playing the game. I was busy, you know, talking about teammates, etc., etc. Let's quickly look at what items everybody's got. So there's a Siphon Invoker, there's a Sage Armlet, and a Midas on Lifestealer. Dragonite's got a BKB and Plate Mail, 4 Staff on Windrunner, Mech Finish on Chen. So, you know, their team is fairly farm, but our team obviously a lot more farm. Mech Finish on the Lich, had an Ultimate Orb, and looks like we're going for Scepter on our Sand King with a Blink 4 Staff online. Hobbs added Yasha to his previous items. We're going for a Shiva's Guard, or maybe even AC on the what you can call it, on our Timbersaw. And then obviously I have, you know, a ton of items for our support Rubick. So they scout us out, and I think this is a team fight we could take. Just dropping out a Shackle Shot, not really something we take advantage. Just Shackle out the Meteor. Oh man, everything drops back in. Hobbs takes a who's gonna drop? Who's gonna take the Aegis? That's the question. Nobody cares about the Aegis. The Chain Frost's gonna come in. Look at how big that Chronosphere is. That got everybody. The Aegis gets picked up by Hobbs. I'm spell sealing left and right. I got Deafening Blast. Use it already immediately, and the team fight just gets cleaned up on the right side. I still got more spell seal, so not really taking advantage of the 5-second cooldown. My cooldown is already back up already. Fable kills back to Chen. There is gonna be another stun, another spell seal. I should be definitely using that spell seal whenever possible. We still see the Invoker. We see him blink, live. Where's the Burrow Strike? Dragon Tail stun. Dragon Tail. Bang. Perfect chain stun. Spell seal. There's a spell seal. Yeah, that is the correct play. Making sure you utilize every single spell, and then making sure that you spell seal whenever possible. So you can see that my mana actually dropped quite a bit. I spent about like 1,200 points of mana. I look at my team and like, what the hell you guys are doing? We want a team fight, and then they all go bot. Bot is the closer to tower to go to because the tier 2 mid is destroyed, but we don't have a creep wave there. So what we should have done is actually storm mid and maybe go for a tier 3, or maybe just go top and destroy that tier 2. Our teammate lost us a bit of time, but we're like, you know what? We're so far ahead. We have Force Spirit. Let's just go for the tier 2. And there's 43 seconds till the Invoker. Without the Invoker, they actually can't team fight us. So I was feeling fairly confident that we are going to get this push down. And you can see that Hobbs is dishing out the huge deeps. So we get the tower kill fairly easily, I have to add. And yep, we bring down the tower, and we're thinking, should we actually bring down the racks? We do have 20 seconds. Hobbs is jumping in. Look at that chrono. Hobbs is actually playing really well this game. These chronos are pretty sick. So I steal penitence, which is pretty useless as spell. This lifestealer try to go on the kill on me. Not gonna happen. My teammate's gonna force out me a second time, and that's gonna allow Blink to come off cooldown. So I should be fine. Alright, I get Rage. Rage is okay. Rage is fine. Not really, still not really a good spell. Alright, let's not dive anymore. Let's just get the racks and get out there. Yeah, using that Rage for that attack speed increase, yo. Alright, Invoker's back. This is time to get out. Really should not kind of stay here. Alright, Spell Seal, getting ourselves a little bit of Cold Snap. Oh, we do have a Lifestealer. Why the Lifestealer coming out of nowhere? Meteor's gonna come in, not hitting everybody. I was like, oh shit, don't stun me. I get Dual Breath. Hobbs gonna be a little bit of trouble. No Force Off onto him. Alright, Dragon Breath. Oh, huge Chain Frost coming right. Epicenter's gonna come in as well. They're gonna bring down the Lifestealer. Dragonite's dropping low. A Chain Frost bounce is gonna bring him off. And I also stole an Open Moons, used the Open Moons. Somebody forced me forward, trying to get me killed. I was like, no, don't do that, please. And yep, with practically half team dead, Spell still coming out. Cold Snap's gonna be there. Man, I love the Scepter upgrade. You are just king in these team fights. Another spell still comes out. That's Shackle Shot. I got the Shackle. Can I land the Shackle? Can I land the Shackle? Nobody behind him. Just gonna throw out for the mini stun. There's a Telekinesis lift. And spell still coming out. Another penitence. God damn it. I don't want these penitence. You can see that my mana is having a humongous amount of issue. We pop a smoke. Because half the team is telling us to get back, half the team is like, let's just get the Rex. And, well, we'll get the Rex and then get back. Shiva's guard is going to be completely finished. So we're just practically rolling in this game. And what's the final verdict on Rubick getting Scepter? Yes, it's amazingly awesome. It's so good. Okay, so imagine me, not imagine me, you're seeing me playing this. I'm not even that good of a Rubick player, and I'm able to get off so much spells in a single team fight. Now imagine Kuroky, imagine Fluffnstuff playing this hero, just going absolutely train wreck mode on one of these, you know, insane spell steal games. I'm just sold on this item. Now the big problem with this item is that, as you can see in a long drawn out team fight, if you haven't died yet, and a well played Rubick shouldn't be dying because of Blink Force Staff and things like that, you're actually out of mana. So either your team have a ton of arcane boots, or you're somehow having a Keeper of Light that's chakra-ing you throughout the team fight. You're not gonna have enough mana to do everything else. So that's a concern. So I think Scepter is a natural follow-up if you have the item, or you have to go for it. I think Scythe of Ice is ultimately the best late game item, but obviously you don't have that kind of goal to get that kind of item. So that's that. I was thinking to myself, should I get a Bloodstone there? I was like, that would be pretty cool, right? But I was like, you know what? Might as well just get a Scepter. I also got Boots of Travel because I was running out of inventory slots. So I'm gonna sell my energy booster, and looks like I'm gonna go Hex. No, I think better of it. I think I end up getting a Lincoln Sphere, I think. Or the game just ends, I think, before I even finish any items. Oh, looks like DPM Licious got ganked in the jungle. I was microing the courier out of there. It's like, don't get a courier kill, guys. So this is the new Roshan random respawn timer. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I haven't casted a pro game since then. And I'm just looking for a hero to ditch this down penitence, because I don't want this stuff. Come on, let's get a real spell, like a Focus Fire or something. A Focus Fire with Rubick would look pretty cool. Seeing him throw out energy bolts, you know, all day long. If I could steal Invoker's Meteor, that would be pretty cool as well. Yeah, or I could steal Chen's Ultimate, that would be pretty cool. Taking advantage of the Scepter that I have. So the reason, I am actually going Hex. So the reason I actually did not get the Ultimate Orb, but instead I went for the Mystic Staff, is because I need more mana. Normally, 99.9% of the time, you get an Ultimate Orb first, because you just want more HP. More HP is always more valuable than any other stats, especially in the late game. But this game, we're just rolling so hard, I was like, you know what? I just need more mana. I'm not even dying. Survivability is not an issue. Mana is an issue, so I got a Mystic Staff because it gives me like 25 intelligence. That's an F ton of mana. So, all right, here comes what could be the final push. We don't even have our Lich, but Hobbs says they're probably gonna just give us the left tier 2 tower for free anyways, and he would be correct. So, good job on Hobbs reading that one. And we get the tower. I even get the last hit nicely done, and we'll back off. I'm not sure why we're backing off. Oh, because we're waiting for a Lich. I was like, let's actually just end the game, but we don't have a Lich. Don't throw the game, guys. Let's push this 5. Still looking for a hero. I haven't actually seen a hero for a long time. This is where I'm very much so remember by Kuroky / Fluffnstuff. They were like smoking across the map and just so scared. What I should have done is spell stolen and then blink away. But now I would get the spell steal. Force Spirit comes back out, and look at the deeps coming out of the central ward. Nicely done by DPM Licious. That's a chrono sphere. That's a huge one. That just got everybody. I got Hand of God, but I gotta tell you, we don't even need Hand of God. I should have ditched that Hand of God. But I was like, my God, that's my first Scepter stolen ultimate. I can't ditch it. Blink, lift, toss him back. Fable gonna be drop on them. And that's gonna be a kill. I was looking at everywhere. I was like, guys, can I heal you guys? No? Yes? Damn it. Everybody's full HP. I got an Scepter Chen ultimate, and I cannot do anything. Not gonna lie, our Void has played spectacularly well. The only time we lost a team fight is because I told them to push without the Chronosphere. So that's really my fault. The only time we lost a team fight is because of me. And everybody else, in any other team fight, we just play spectacularly. The Chronosphere is on top, the Chain Frost is there, the Epicenter is there, the Chakram is there, and I'm just spell stealing, weaving in and out team fight, like the swag that is Rubick. So yeah, really well played for most of the team. I don't think this game was that big of a stomp, because despite how well our early game went, we still had a Invoker on the enemy team going big. We saw, you know, Armlet, Midas, Sage on the lifestealer. We saw BKB Plate Mail on the Dragon Knight. The core was definitely getting farm, just that the core wasn't getting the farm at the same rate that our core was getting farmed at. Look at that ball, it's really cute. Being hexed up. Oh man, the Veil of Discord. Oh, the deeps. It's all there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this Let's Play by myself and Rubick. I think Rubick definitely should get Scepter if you ever find yourself to get the farm for it. Return an MVSK. That may or may not be true. In any case, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what other heroes you want to see from 6.79. I'll definitely be looking forward to do more of those. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Luminous signing off. G, guys.